The African sun scorched the earth, its relentless rays beating down without mercy, baking the land until the very air shimmered with heat. The grasslands, once lush and green, were now transformed into a vast, undulating sea of gold, each blade of grass glinting beneath the midday blaze. Yet, even in this unforgiving landscape, life endured. Herds of antelope moved cautiously, birds soared overhead, and every creature adapted to survive the sun's harsh rule. Beneath the sparse shade of a lone acacia, a hidden burrow marked the home of a honey badger family, a sanctuary carved into the earth itself. This was no ordinary den. It was a fortress, dug deep and twisting, its tunnels cool and dark, a refuge from the burning sun and prowling predators alike. At the entrance stood a battle-scarred male, his black and white coat bold against the dusty earth, a living warning to any who dared approach. Built for conflict, his loose skin allowed him to twist free from attackers, while his powerful jaws and sharp claws made him a formidable defender of his home. He scanned the horizon with unwavering focus, every sense alert, his nose twitching as he read the invisible messages carried on the wind. Every rustle in the grass, every shifting shadow, was assessed with calm intensity. Nothing escaped his notice. Today, however, something felt different. There was a tension in the air, a heavy silence that pressed down on the bush, as if the savanna itself was holding its breath. The honey badger crouched low, reading the dust for clues, each footprint, each scent, a story waiting to be told. Suddenly, a new scent drifted in on the breeze, sharp, unfamiliar, and unmistakably dangerous. Trouble was coming, and he knew it. Instinctively, he braced himself at the entrance, muscles tensed, ready to defend his home. In this world, only the vigilant survived. Behind him, deep within the safety of the den, his family waited. He would defend them at any cost, no matter the threat. He had faced lions, leopards, and venomous snakes before, each encounter a test of courage and cunning, but in the African wild, every day brought new dangers, and every dawn was a fresh battle for survival. The fortress was his responsibility, and he stood ready, unyielding, determined, and fiercely protected. All around, the savanna seemed to pause, the air thick with anticipation, as if nature itself sensed the coming storm. The stage was set for a confrontation, a timeless struggle between predator and protector, played out beneath the unyielding African sun. The scent belonged to a spotted hyena, a powerful female, hungry and desperate. She was a creature shaped by hardship, her senses sharpened by countless nights spent searching for food beneath the vast African sky. Her mottled coat and sloping back marked her as a veteran of the savanna. Today, hunger overruled caution. She moved with purpose, every muscle tense, driven by the ache in her belly and the promise of a meal. She followed the musky trail to the honey badger's den, eyes sharp, jaws ready. The scent grew stronger, mingling with the earthy aroma of the burrow, guiding her closer with every step. Usually badgers weren't worth the trouble, but today she needed an easy meal. The risk seemed small compared to the gnawing emptiness inside her. The thought of helpless kits inside drove her forward. She imagined the soft cries of young badgers, vulnerable and defenseless, fueling her determination. She approached the burrow, expecting the badger to flee. Most animals would scatter at the first sign of danger, especially from a predator as formidable as her. Instead, she found him standing firm, a small obstacle radiating defiance. The honey badger's eyes blazed with a fearless intensity, refusing to yield. Most animals would run from a hyena. The savanna was full of creatures that knew better than to challenge her. But this one just watched her, unflinching. There was no fear in his stance, only a stubborn resolve. Confusion flickered in her eyes. She hesitated, uncertain for the first time in hours. This was not the reaction she anticipated. The honey badger's courage was unexpected, and it made her pause. The hyena paused, sizing up her opponent. She weighed her options, instinct and hunger warring within her. The honey badger's stance was clear. He would not back down. His body was low, muscles coiled, ready to defend his home at any cost. The savannah's rules were about to be tested, brute force versus courage. In this wild land, survival often comes down to a single moment of decision. The showdown was inevitable. Across a few meters of scorched earth, the relentless African sun beat down, baking the ground and casting long, wavering shadows. The air shimmered with heat, thick with the scent of dust and tension. Predator and defender locked eyes, each refusing to back down, their gazes sharp and unyielding. The hyena tried intimidation. Whooping calls, bared teeth, a display of dominance meant to shake the resolve of any opponent. The honey badger didn't flinch. He stood his ground, eyes blazing with a wild, fearless energy. He bristled, tail up, a flag of defiance waving in the dry wind, making himself look even larger and more formidable. The hyena circled, probing for weakness, hunger sharpening her focus. She moved with calculated steps, muscles taut, every sense alert. The badger pivoted, never breaking eye contact, a coiled spring ready to strike at the slightest provocation. This was a psychological battle as much as a physical one. Each animal tested the other's resolve, searching for a hint of hesitation. The hyena was used to fear, but saw only fury in the badger's eyes, a raw, unyielding spirit that refused to be cowed. Her instincts warned her. This was no ordinary prey. The badger's reputation for ferocity was well earned, but hunger pushed her forward. The promise of a meal outweighed the risk, at least for now. The time for intimidation was over. The moment for action had arrived, and both animals sensed it. With a guttural growl, she prepared to charge, every muscle in her body tensed for the explosive burst. The badger crouched, muscles tensed, claws digging into the earth, ready to unleash his legendary ferocity. The air crackled with tension, every heartbeat echoing the suspense of the moment. The standoff was about to explode. Only one would yield, and neither seemed willing to give an inch. The battle was moments away, the outcome uncertain, as the wild held its breath. The hyena lunged, jaws wide, aiming to end the standoff in a single blow, but the honey badger met her charge head-on, darting beneath her with astonishing speed. He attacked her vulnerable underbelly, biting and clawing with ferocity. The hyena yelped, shocked by the counterattack. She twisted, trying to shake him off, but his loose skin made him elusive. Bleeding and confused, she stumbled back. The badger returned to his post, growling, a tiny warrior undaunted. The first round belonged to the defender. The hyena's confidence wavered. The fortress remained unbroken. The fight was far from over. The hyena's hunger clashed with her survival instincts. She paced, torn between pride and pain. The badger watched, unwavering, conserving energy. She tried digging a new entrance, desperate for a way in. The badger didn't fall for the trick. He guarded the main entrance, letting her tire herself out. The sun beat down. The earth resisted her efforts. Frustration mounted as her digging proved futile. The badger's patience was his weapon. The hyena's resolve began to crack. This was a battle of endurance, not just strength. The badger's cool determination wore her down. The fortress held. The hyena grew desperate. Exhausted and enraged, the hyena launched another furious attack. The honey badger met her with relentless aggression, weaving and striking with precision. He latched onto her nose, sending her into a panic of pain. The hyena shrieked, thrashing to break free. Bloodied and terrified, she stumbled back. The badger pressed his advantage, a whirlwind of teeth and claws. The hunter was now the hunted. The hyena realized she'd underestimated her opponent. Fear replaced hunger. The badger stood victorious at the den entrance. The tables had turned. The savannah had a new champion. Defeated, the hyena fled, tail tucked, leaving the badger triumphant. The honey badger, battered but unbowed, watched until the threat was gone. Only then did he relax, disappearing into his burrow. His family was safe. He had faced down a giant and won. In the wild, size isn't everything. Courage and determination can be the greatest weapons. The savannah was silent, the fortress secure. Who is the true champion of the wild? The biggest or the bravest? The honey badger's answer was written in dust and blood.